to our playthrough of XCOM 2.
XCOM 2?
This is part 13, and I'm trying to remember where we left off from. Let's take a look at the geoscape. It'll refresh my memory.
We had just taken out we had just neutralized a hostile VIP and captured him.
Specialist Major, wounded for 9 days, 5 days. I believe we just finished researching that Advent project, right? That's a scientist.
I want to say we did.
Alright, well, either way, we're gonna take down this Advent facility. There's an enemy unknown here, and I am not sure exactly which one. So we've got Heavy Lancer, Advent Shield Bearer, Heavy Mech, Advanced Trooper, Codex, Muton, Viper. So we've got the Heavy Mech and Codex, but we've also got the Advent Shield Bearer in the mix. So I think I'm gonna equip everybody with...
Heavy Mech.
What month is it? August?
It should be just pushing into August. Yeah, it's August now, which means chrysalids are a potential to be seen.
They're going to be in the next... Chrysalids are in the next retaliation mission, which is weird, considering we've teched up so fucking fast. Normally, you're supposed to fight... By the time chrysalids show up, normally you're fighting... You're normally fighting the chrysalids with your magnetic weapons or laser weapons, this is XCOM 1. But we've already gotten to plasma level tech. But on the other hand of it, we still have yet to find a motherfucking turret. A single turret.
Yeah, that's actually going to be a problem if we get attacked. Since we won't
I can say that my campaign has been fucked by RNG in this sense. Let's check the dark events as well before we rush off to do that. Oh, there's another facility being constructed immediately. So the next retaliation is in 5 weeks, so we have plenty of time to get back our other troops. So let's put together a squad.
Course, West Asia.
Excuse me.
Now I was thinking to bring blue screen rounds on all 4 characters because I'm afraid Sectopod may show up. I wonder if you retreat from an Advent facility, do you keep the Advent facility lead? Oh, Ice Pick has the frickin'... Okay.
It should also be worth stating, if he really wanted to, folks, he could outfit his Rangers with plasma weapons now, but they would be rifles, not shotguns.
Yes.
They would also have no attachments.
So, I'm going to switch some things around here. Because this Advent facility says difficult and not very difficult, and it's only 11 aliens, we're going to get a squatty ranger. And yeah, we're gonna take Major Thomas, and she's going to be our scout for this mission. Give her the Talon round.
For what it's worth, folks, I'm going to try to be putting up my own series here relatively soon to try and get more out onto this channel. Do you want me to upload it specifically to this channel, Troy, or do you want me to upload it to a personal channel?
create your own channel, Alister.
What?
You can create your channel. If you end up needing help figuring out how to make YouTube work, I can help you with that later. For now, we'll just do this.
Yeah, for now I intend to stick with this until we're done.
There we go. Start off on this character. There we go. It kept unequipping and swapping between the two. Either that or I was just being retardedly confused.
I don't know. I think it was actually just switching them around randomly.
Well, I got it now. I was thinking to bring... Yeah, you know what? It's August. I don't think that... yeah, you know what? We're just gonna take the blue screen ammo.
What do you think that unknown enemy is? Do you think that might be a sectopod?
Yes. Hell yes, I do.
Well, it is about time for that, I suppose.
Damn it, I can't build any more blue screen ammo. Fuck. I was gonna take 4 sets of it. I was gonna come here fully equipped for anti-machines. Alright, Grenadiers. So you got a Sergeant Lieutenant. I'm gonna actually take my captain on this mission. So let's get you unequipped. Very nice and neat. And we found an advanced scope in our last fight, so let's make sure we take advantage of that. Equip the exosuit, and it equips a rocket launcher automatically. There we go, got that. Where's our specialist? Oh, she's wounded, so we have to take this guy anyway. Alright, let's see what you got. Advanced stock, advanced magazine. You have a scope, correct? Scope and advanced stock. So we found an advanced scope, and both of our grenadiers have scopes on their weapons, correct?
I want to say they do.
Scope. Yeah, that's just a basic scope. That's a basic scope. Alright, so we're gonna put the last scope on this Lancer weapon because it's the only weapon without a scope, and I love scopes. I've explained it many times in this playthrough in great detail how useful scopes are, and it's been demonstrated repeatedly. Don't need to tell you.
Yeah. It's really taking what would normally be a dice roll and turning it into a flip of the coin, or pushing that dice roll towards your favor instead of the enemy's in many instances. And in other instances, it eliminates the dice roll altogether.
I'm gonna take one EMP bomb, because I'm very, very betting on... Oh, wait, you know what? It's not gonna be a sectopod. I know what it's gonna be. No,
I ask?
It's gonna be a fucking Andromedon. We need to take all of the armor destruction that we possibly can. We'll take one
that means
EMP
you will
for
need
good
the...
measure.
I was gonna say, would those incendiary grenades not be helpful for that? Don't those burn through armor?
No, they're immune to being burned, as well as corroded.
Oh.
They're very special.
Well, I've never seen an Andromedon before, so this is going to be a treat for me.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be a fucking treat for you.
Don't worry, Troy. The next game we play together, if we don't play it co-op, I'll do all the work on it so that you can watch my suffering.
You have to play on the highest possible difficulty.
I'm not doing that.
Yes, you have to.
I'm not doing that.
That's what we do on this fucking channel, Alister.
That's not what we do. That's what your ass does.
Yeah, well,
the aliens have a secure
you have
facility
no
in
evidence
this area
to support
conducting
that
research crucial to the
don't have
Avatar
any
project.
video.
And we've got enough information at this point
Yeah.
to move in and take it out. Once we reach the AO, head to the designated position and plant the X4 charges. When they're armed, Get clear, we'll blow that place to hell. Menace 1-5. Target coordinates are locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges. Position is obscured.
You guys want to know a fun fact? You're not actually guaranteed to be out of visual range by the enemies when you start the game in concealment. I've had times where I will be spotted by a turret before concealment applies to my whole team. Then concealment applies afterwards to the whole team, and then the enemies just act all weird and shit.
That sounds like a programming error to me. They just don't really... Well, they don't really know which program to set up first, and so when they all come in at once, the programs get jumbled and the AI goes crazy because of it.
Yeah, I don't think the game ever expected at any point in time for a player to possess a full squad of 6 soldiers that are lieutenant rangers that have concealment.
Well, in missions like this, where you start out with concealment, it's actually very weird for the game to not expect concealment as a standard, because the only missions where you don't get concealment as a standard are retaliations.
I fucking knew it.
And are retaliation missions, and missions where you have to defend your main function.
I advise caution, Commander.
There he is.
So that was an Andromedon over there.
Yes, they have a retarded amount of armor.
I did not get a very good look at them either.
Well, you will soon. They're known as the thick boys of this game. Yes, I just said that.
Moving out.
Do something about it.
Headed there now.
Okay, Patrick.
So that's an Andromedon over there.
Affirmative.
I can barely see the damn thing.
Well, you don't want to see that thing. They're horrible.
Excuse me. Alright, I've had my coffee. I've had my shower where I accidentally fell asleep in the shower today.
10-4.
I was tired this morning, I don't know why. Went to bed at like 11:40, 11:30.
Got it.
I'm trying to abuse that high ground as much as I possibly can here.
Running.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Stay back. Stay back. No. No. Okay, good.
And why is it that the Andromedon reminds me very much of a muton on roids?
Because they have a retarded amount of HP.
Holy fucking shit! They have 21 hit points!
And 4 stacks of armor, and they're also capable of taking cover. They also have a built-in natural 10.
No, they have 10 defense.
Okay, they have built-in 10 defense to reduce your chance to hit. So, and also on top of that, once you kill them, they will revive back at full HP, and they will only be able to melee. And they inflict very high amounts of damage. As you can see, their base damage is 10. The damage spread is 10 to 11, and critical hits from them at...
Look at that accuracy! Their base aim is 80! Their damage base is 10!
They're also extremely powerful in the sense that when they shoot out their acid glob, it,
That enemy feels like it has no real weakness by that standard.
The weakness is the fact that you need to make sure you have the highest level of technology possible, and you need to do everything within your power to eviscerate them utterly and thoroughly. Now, I will demonstrate with as many powers as I can with my soldiers. Excuse me. There we go. Now, this is where that advanced scope on our Lancer, on this character with Guardian, comes in handy, as well as threat assessment. Hopefully, I can demonstrate to you what a specialist is able to do with concealment, and why they should be feared.
Third Overwatch.
So I've just stacked 2 separate Overwatches on that character. Now what I want to do is I want to open up with Chain Shot on this Andromedon so I can shred all of his armor. And hopefully, a lot of these shots will hit and open up opportunities for the rest of the characters to attack. Now I'm not going to Overwatch with the rest of these. Where am I? Am I? I'm going to Overwatch with the other specialist, because he can get crits. Because there's only 11 aliens, so I don't need to be too picky about taking shots.
Moving.
Alright, there we go.
On Overwatch.
And I'm going to leave my ranger right here so the enemies aren't tempted to come too far straight forward. And that they take cover on these flimsy trees close to us and they don't run back towards those rocks and shit on the right. Excuse me. Alright. There's nothing left for it. That is that 83% chance. So we got an 83% chance to slap this Andromedon. If we clap him twice, then we're golden.
Here's hoping.
Two shots are gone.
Now I might become death.
They've got our position.
There we go. Double critical hit. Very good start on that Andromedon. He's been hollow targeted, so this should increase the chance to hit that fucker to 100%. So
that was a critical for 13 damage.
Yes, and now he's got multiple more Overwatch shots ready. So Guardian should trigger. Maybe 50% chance for each shot that he lands.
We all saw that thing go down. Now what the hell is it doing?
Alright, Guardian triggered. So we're going to take another shot. Critical hit.
He's dead.
And then another shot because of Guardian. So third shot, critical hit.
He's dead.
Target done.
Do you now understand why specialists are extremely fearsome? And why that upgrade to get critical hits with Overwatch shots is absolute fucking madness. He just nearly dumped an entire magazine. If it wasn't for the expanded magazine, he'd only have 1 shot left. And he nearly killed the pod himself if it wasn't for the armor shred.
That was just amazing.
No, we're not done, because that Andromedon, since he dies, he comes back. He's easier to hack in this state, but before you kill them, they count as an organic unit, so they're vulnerable to disorientation. Because of the battle suit, though, they're immune to fire.
Actually, if you notice, his stats have changed significantly.
Yes. The aim says 75, but the base aim of their punch attack is like 60 or something like that. And it destroys all nearby cover and whatnot. It can also destroy the floors of rooftops and such, so even if the Andromedon misses, if you're on elevated ground, there's a chance that even his miss
that it will still hurt you.
Yeah. This is 100% hit chance to hit, so I have no problem taking this shot. Now my ranger's on standby with this EMP bomb because of the Andromedon. Oh. Looks like we might have to actually toss out concealment. I don't know. How much damage? How much HP?
He's got 15 health left.
Okay. So if we fired at this enemy... Oh, notice that now he's also incapable of taking cover or being flanked. And also, the other thing about the Andromedon is whether you've killed him already or not, he will have a good chance to inflict damage on any piece of cover that he runs through. So, while yes, they can take cover, they also can take some pretty significant damage, or deal significant damage to cover objects.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So they can move straight through walls, essentially. Now I'm going to use this EMP grenade, actually, since I don't have any more gunshots with my other characters from up above. Wait a minute. The Shrink didn't even get to take his shot. Alright, you know what? Maybe I'm going to ruin concealment. Since we have plenty of battle scanners, I don't need to worry so much about it. And I'll try to get a little bit greedy. Okay. Well.
Come on, focus.
That's
They've
fine.
got eyes on me.
Excuse me? Hello? Now, I'm not quite sure about rocket science and explosions and shit, but I'm very certain that he's within the blast radius of this EMP.
He is, but you said he counts as an organic unit?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't now. Since we killed him, he counts as a mechanical unit. Look at his hack defense. The will has dropped to 50, and mechanical units, the will drops to 50 because they're not vulnerable to psionics, so they really didn't bother programming much towards will.
This game might be bugging out then.
Hold on. I'm just gonna say, just in case I throw the EMP grenade and it just does nothing because it's a mechanical unit. I'm just gonna save real quick. And if I throw this and it does nothing, I know that he's bugged out. Okay, yeah, he is fucking bugged out.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'll just reload it on that exact spot. Because he's supposed to light up and glow red, but this isn't the first bug we've run into.
No, it's not. A game this like heavily programmed scattered is bound to have more than a few glitches.
It's a guaranteed hit. EMPs don't behave like that. Alright, wait, does he
No,
light up?
no, no.
You see, there we go. Now he's lighting up properly.
There we go. What I was referring to is the bug, like sometimes enemies just get glitched out. Or a program causes an error and doesn't function correctly. It just happens.
There we go. Now it actually hit him. As you can see, it's not like an RNG chance of hitting or missing or blah, 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 blah. You see,
I think I see now why he's counting as mechanical.
Yeah, because
when you kill him the first time, when you kill him the first time, his organic components die, and the machine takes over to keep him going.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Oh my god. There's the front gate.
Ah, found him.
And there's the next pod. Oh my god.
Roger
It's
that.
so bad. Not getting
Okay,
pampered and
I'll go.
petted 24/7.
Oh.
Damn it.
I'm sure the docs will want to see this.
I would reload, but just in case they control it first, I'm gonna Overwatch instead.
Come get some. Affirmative. Covering now.
I'm not gonna walk any farther past my other troops, so I can be sure that I won't get fucked by.
I can handle that.
these enemy units patrolling around and shit. Will it tell me if I have vision? No. So I'm not gonna move not a step closer.
What's over there?
Beyond what my other soldiers have exposed for vision already.
Affirmative. Covering now. Affirmative. Covering now.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna rocket launch them.
Bringing the pain.
Closing on target position now. Well, if you say so.
I'm gonna spam overwatches and see if they come running towards us.
I'm on it.
Because maybe they will.
Moving to Overwatch.
That is possible.
They're just like, ah, where the fucking rocket come from?
I'm on it.
The AI in this game can do some crazy shit.
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
They just moved in a different direction. Alright. So I guess I'm just gonna advance to half cover with this grenadier.
I'm trusting you here.
Hey, it's an advent turret. One of the weakest enemies in the fucking game. Aside from the sectoid. What's the aim on this one? 60? Okay, yeah. One suppression equals effective death on that enemy. Okay, so I don't have anybody with combat protocol, so... And I've already got a battle scanner over there, so I can actually confidently run and gun up here. And I can get rid of this Advent shield bearer.
That's very
Getting
true.
close. Copy that.
Oh, the other reason why I didn't upgrade to plasma tech with the shotguns yet, which I will next, that's the next thing I'm getting, is I'm already one-shotting everything with the shotguns, so...
Until the enemies, for the most part, get a little tougher, there's no immediate need for
That's how it's done.
plasma shotguns.
I'd like to take note to you guys that in your normal playthrough, we're actually... we're experiencing a colossal amount of luck. Because you're supposed to be behind the enemies in terms of technology, and we've actually been kind of ahead, to be honest about it.
You more or less have. That Andromedon is the only unit that's shown up so far that's actually a colossal problem.
Alright, so hold on.
Oh! That grenade has a good chance to kill that trooper.
I'm gonna stop right here so I can move just barely within visual range and not trigger the overwatch. There we go, just barely within visual range. So I'm gonna finish off this guy and damage that mech.
Grenade out.
So we can get rid of his overwatch and move closer with everyone else.
Boom, baby.
Enemy has successfully eaten shit.
And Rangers, all of his Rangers have Shadow Step, so none of his Rangers are going to trigger that Overwatch.
He doesn't have Overwatch anymore. I hit him with a grenade.
Oh, that's right. So now you can move with impunity.
I would very much like to not be shitted on. So the last person that I'm gonna do anything with is Sergey, because if everybody misses and fucks up, I can still throw a mimic decoy beacon and both of the enemies will attack that.
Moving out.
Getting that mimic beacon a lot earlier than getting magnetic weapons is nice, but it's unfortunately something that can't always happen. Okay, so what are the chances of shooting this guy? 75%? I don't like that.
Annie, what did you see?
I'm on the move.
The other characters are all too far back for the alien advent turret to shoot at them. I unfortunately don't have combat protocol available, but that's okay. We have a very high chance shot. If we miss, we have the mimic beacon backup plan. Now what I'm going to do with this turret is I'm going to delay it, because his accuracy is only 50 and it's boosted to 80 by... or actually, you know what?
His accuracy... Are you, like, counting for... Are you accounting for all of the differences there?
Yes, high ground. His accuracy is boosted to 80, but it's reduced back down to 60 because of low cover. If we suppressed him, he's still going to get a 10% chance to shoot at us. So instead, I'm just going to actually move out of visual range of the turret, because I was thinking about suppressing it, and I was also thinking about using a grenade. But if I use a grenade, I might expose vision on a pod, learning from my mistake at the gas station. So I'm just going to back off. There's no reason for me to...
I mean, unless you want to haywire protocol the turret and see if you can't take control of it.
I'm still not going to do that because it might activate a pod.
I was going to say, if it did activate a pod, you could just have the turret get shot for you. Oh,
see?
Great.
Look at what I'm saying.
A snake and a muton.
Watch the flanks, they're moving.
Oh, I saw what you were saying from the beginning.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, untouchable. Guaranteed.
You got lucky as hell.
That wasn't luck. That was a guaranteed miss, Alister.
Oh.
Remember, she's the one who killed the Advent, heavy, shield bearer? No, Advent shield bearer. That was not a heavy shield bearer. Yeah, this is perfect. This is a flank.
Not a problem.
And I fucking hate mutons. Eat shit, muton.
What did you expect?
Only the best.
Reserves.
Alright, so I'm gonna go here. And wait a minute. This is not a flanking snake, is it? Wait. Let's look at the tiles. It is a flank. Because moving just to here is a flank. And this is cover from the turret.
Good copy. Moving on target.
So we're gonna move on up. Take this flank shot at the snake. If it misses, then whatever. But if it hits, that snake is dead. Unless she dodges. She didn't dodge. She caught it with her face.
Good riddance.
Alright, so the only method I have to guarantee the kill on this turret is to blow it up with a grenade. So I'm going to actually use our other grenadier to hollow target this thing.
What's over
Boost
there?
our chances to shoot it. If we all miss, I'm going to blow it up. I want to take this down without... What?
It hit the plate.
They hit it.
It was an 84% chance.
Firepower here.
And did a really good chunk of damage to it too. Look at that.
Alright, so I'm not gonna give. I'm gonna try and give the kill to our sergeant.
No problem, boss.
Yeah, that's the attitude I like. Go get him, sergeant. Good job.
Not too shabby. Scanning.
Alright, so we don't have any cover, but there's no need for cover because we're not actively in combat yet.
By the way, everybody wondering, he's still not going to get an Advent turret wreck after that because you don't clean up anything after a black site. You just demolish it.
Moving.
I was about to say.
There's the other turret.
I was about to say, excuse me, another one? Oh wow, she saw it for a split second, but now she's not in line of sight anymore. So basically, she saw it while moving forward. Alright, you know what? I got an idea. You got another rocket left over? Yes, we do.
What's over there?
Alright, let me get somebody who can see exactly where the turret is. Because I remember it activating somewhere up here, but I don't remember exactly where.
Moving.
See it up here? Yes, we do. Alright. Can we use a normal grenade? No, we cannot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blast open this top of the building, and we're going to look inside the building from above and see if we've got the high ground. I just didn't feel like dealing with that turret, so we're just going to blow it off of its, Yeah, you see that falling damage? Turrets die instantly.
Okay, I'll go.
Now this character has a free reload, so we can still move in Overwatch. This character still has ammo, so we'll
Back
Overwatch.
online.
Still have enough ammo left over. We know that by count from the Shadow Chamber, there's 11 aliens
Absolutely.
exactly left in this mission. And so far, we've killed what? 3 here. Oh, there's just a pile of bodies. 3, 5, 2 turrets. So we've killed like, what, 7 out of 13? Because the Shadow Chamber doesn't account for turrets.
Scanning. Overwatch. Overwatch. Covering now.
Alright, so all of our characters that don't have free reloads, we're going to reload right now while we have the opportunity, and we're going to listen for a little bit and see if we can get some information on where the next pod is coming from. Also, Alister, your phone keeps ringing.
Got in cabin.
Mine?
Yes.
People are texting me. Ugh.
Moving to Overwatch.
Why do they all keep flinching every time a piece of that building explodes? Stop it.
Maybe because they're afraid half of the building will collapse? You've got a pretty good fucking reputation for doing that, you know.
I will have you know, I'm one of the most prestigious commanders this side of the
I
sector.
guess that'll be okay.
You also have quite the track record, though, of blowing up half of every installation you walk into.
It was like that when I found it.
I don't believe you.
I'm on it.
It
Affirmative.
was
Covering now.
mostly like that when I
On
found
Overwatch.
it. I think we know where the next enemy pod is. These enemies were on the roof, and a piece of the roof exploded, and they fell through the floor.
Menace 1-5.
Jesus Christ.
The target position.
And because the Codex wasn't in combat, she didn't get to replicate. Because if you notice, her health
Nope.
was chopped in half.
Yep.
Also,
She just took minor damage, so there's no replication there.
no, they replicate any damage as long as it's being
They
combat.
can, but because she wasn't in combat, or it didn't count as her being in combat, she gets no replication trigger.
Also,
But that is good to know that they
Vulcan
replicate
mutons.
literally any damage. Yeah, more fucking mutons. I think you got this, though.
Oh, open that door back up.
She's like, I'm just gonna close this door and pretend the problem is not in the room.
Don't ever melee mutons. It's a bad idea. They will counterattack the shit out of you. Mercilessly. Alright, excuse me. There we go.
Heading out.
We're just gonna take out this muton here. And look at this. Because of that 10% defense, there is now a 2% chance that I can miss. And that is absolutely colossal, because if this muton had any dodge at all, that increases his chances of survival to an extreme. But because he doesn't, the 2% chance is very, very tiny. But if he had something like 25% dodge, like an Archon, then I could very well do a grazing shot and only deal like 5 damage against the dude because of his armor and shit.
Kill confirmed. My ammo's running low.
Where's my other grenadier? Oh, there you are. Alright, so just for consistency's sake, I'm gonna just blow up the Codex's face with my Ranger, just so there's no chance that she can dodge anything. Now, if you look at the Codex's stats, you'll see she has 25 dodge. So if I was at 99% aim, that means she has a 25% chance of dodging, which makes this as good as like taking a 75% shot if it was 99. So you can see the massive drop-off, and that's like a textbook difference right here. Between the difference between having a 100% chance to hit and not. You negate dodge.
Yep.
Only the best.
Let's just zoom in on that ladder and the blackness on the other side that we shot that thing into.
Okay. I don't want to cause friendly fire.
No, you don't, because that's your Ranger right there that's gonna get blasted if you do.
There we go. Danger close, friends!
4 damage from a critical.
Oh my god, that dropped the frame rate like crazy.
It's because you demolished half the building. It had to render all of that. And then process everything that just happened.
Seems doable.
Seems doable out. Alright, so I want to get a major grenadier. So, if you would kindly put your bullets in this muton's face. Politely as possible. Hey, look at that! Another textbook 98%. From point blank range with a scope and everything. The only thing I'm missing here is high ground to have our 100% chance to hit. What the fuck is wrong with his arm? Look at his arm!
Check it.
I don't understand that ragdoll. Also, that trooper is a complete sack of douchey shit right there, the way he killed that thing. He shot it in the dick until it was dead.
It looks like he shat himself all over the floor.
Oh.
It's sorry.
Oh, Troy. God damn it. Ugh.
Affirmative. Covering now. Hostiles advancing on our position. Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
there now.
You open up the door and there's like 6 Vipers out there having a pool party.
I would grenade the shit out of them. And then I would use a mimic beacon.
You want to know what would make that even creepier?
What?
If they were all wearing bikinis when they did it.
Affirmative.
Only you would want them to be wearing bikinis.
Oh no, I would not want them to. That would make that situation creepy as hell.
Got it covered.
I don't know why I went through the trouble of trying to go through there and take that weird ass shot when I really could have just lined everybody up
I'm
along the
trusting
window
you
right
here.
here.
You probably should have, and now that's all your fault that you aren't doing that.
Well, the thing is, my shotgunner is going to be a lot closer for the follow-up.
The funny note about your misplays is that due to the naturally safe nature of how you tend to do things, that shit tends to not backfire in your face.
Well, yeah,
Killing
that's
time.
just what you do after playing this game for so long. You'll just notice in your sleep, you're just making sure you have scopes on your guns in your
What?
On
dreams.
my way.
Sorry. Mom's yelling about something, and I don't know what.
You son of a bitch, get your ass up! Valence!
Okay, I'll go.
Valence! Okay, I'll go.
Covering now.
Ladies and gentlemen, free experience points.
No, they have motherfucking heavy mech. Nah, we're not playing around now. This is serious.
Oh, please.
Every time somebody decides to take these things out, when they get shit on, like I got shot on by that There we go.
More corpses.
Missed the target.
Guardian.
And another corpse. God damn. He took them both out.
Everybody else gets their shot. And he's just like...
That man just stands there watching those 2 guys drop dead, and he's like, I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm gonna Overwatch. You motherfuckers can walk into a bullet.
Moving to the
Oh, wait, she's a squatty. Fuck!
Oh my god!
She's a squatty
She's dead!
ranger. Yeah, she's a squatty ranger, and I forgot she doesn't have...
Oh, Troy, look what you've done! This is all your fault!
Yeah, I kind of forgot that she didn't have the shadow step. And I was like, oh, she's a ranger. She can just move through the Overwatch fire. But no, you need sergeant rank for that.
You idiot. Why?
I wondered, that was my
Oh, the
only
inhumanity!
And you know what? I'm really bad about remembering that sometimes on these, like, on the Rangers. And I will admit, no, I've actually been really good about remembering that. But in this instance, I was like, oh, let me just move my Ranger up and I'll be fine. But, yeah.
Jesus Christ, he like nailed her to a wall. God damn. Well, first kill of the run right there, folks. Let's hope that's not a trend popping up.
No, it's not. That's probably going to be the only death, and it was completely and utterly my own fault. So I'm not even going to, like, reload the save. I was thinking about doing it because that was kind of annoying, but...
Are you giving up on your soldier, Troy?
Huh?
Are you giving up on your soldier, Troy?
No, I'm just accepting the fact that that was my fault.
Understood.
Well, you can accept the fact that that was your fault and still go back and save her life.
No. What's done is done.
Even though it can be undone in this instance.
Yeah, but...
If you say so.
I mean, I like to play Iron Man a lot on this game. It's just that the bugs oftentimes detract from the game when stuff like, you know, the Berserker who cheats your Overwatch shots, or enemies who are like ghosted so you can't actually hit them. You can only take shots.
Yeah, and that unfortunately happens more frequently than it really should in games like this.
This only happened
And it's
a couple
a real
of
problem.
times. It's just that the times when it happened were rather pivotal moments.
And that can be a lot of why a lot of people oftentimes just are not okay with this game, particularly in the RNG department. When you have so many of these different mechanics all trying to weave together on one system, that system oftentimes will glitch out just because of how much it's trying to process, which is what normally seems to cause most of the bugs that this particular game has. But at the same time, that's still really, really brutal that a lot of the times that it's happened to you.
It's not that bad. Like, it can be lived with. The EMP grenade that missed, or like couldn't hit. I mean, I'll reload that because there's no chance that it could have not like gone in my favor. It's literally just an EMP, and it was just some flat damage. But a situation where like a chrysalid Overwatch, chrysalids bug out all the time. Like they very rarely ever actually hit your soldiers who are rangers.
1-5, we're not picking up any additional contacts near the AO. Proceed to plant the X4 charges and move to evac.
I can't believe that ranger is dead.
It dealt exactly 9 damage. That's our max HP as a squatty ranger.
Yes, it did, and that I believe
was
9 is
totally
actually
my
the
own
minimum
fault,
damage those
and
hitting next to did.
It was totally my own fault, and I could have completely avoided that. But
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction
we'll just
point
let
for
that be the
immediate
first
evac.
step of the run. Because we had many more instances where we reloaded, and you know.
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
It just, when you play XCOM, it's so easy, Alister, like what you said, to just reload and undo what was done. But then that leads you to think, you know, oh, that's bullshit, this is bullshit, that's bullshit, when it doesn't go in your favor. But the thing is, majority of this entire campaign, all these shots that we've taken have gone in our favor. This is like the first time it's gone in the aliens' favor so far as to, like, fully kill my soldier here,
Menace
which
1-5,
was like
status confirmed.
also my own entire misplay. Like forgetting that my soldier didn't have fucking squatty. I'm sorry, folks.
That's the lowest rating you've ever got on a mission so far, by the way.
I'm sleepy. That soldier gave her life to ensure the protection of everybody else on this team.
No, you didn't. That bitch died for no good fucking reason at all because you forgot that she wasn't ready yet.
Don't you take away this soldier's valor.
I'm not taking away her valor. I'm taking away your attempt at disguising the meaninglessness of her sacrifice. You asshole.
She ate an Overwatch shot, but she just let everybody else shoot it, alright? That's what happened.
She didn't need to eat an Overwatch shot. That's the fucking problem.
Hey, look. I used a squatty sniper at the beginning of this run just the exact same way, right?
Yeah, but
there you
that's
go.
not a ranger.
We brought the body back home.
The destruction of this facility marks an important step towards the total elimination of the Avatar Project, Commander. Your team is to be commended.
We can say this is almost a no-death run. Alright, so we're going to take scanning protocol instead of field medic, because this soldier should be able to do just enough medical things to be perfectly fine. We don't need him to do all of them. He's going to be a mix between the two. Looks like we're gonna need another ranger, squatty. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you play XCOM when you're sleepy as well. Or, yeah.
With all that's been going on, we've never really had time to consider the possibility, but I have to believe Valen is still out there somewhere. She wasn't the type to let the collapse of XCOM stop her research.
Alright, so we've got 1, 2. We've got quite a few tiles to go for. So we're gonna need to spend some more intel and get the next radio uplink area. We've got a supply drop in 10 days. We don't really have a whole lot to sell. So we're just gonna finish off the alien alloys down below, so we have enough
plotting new course.
Continue all of the research. But we're not gonna have enough Illyrium to really go for anything. We're not gonna be able to dig very hard. As for that scientist, it's enticing, so we might go for that next.
Strategic resource located.
Keep those up just enough for you guys to be able to pause it and see what it is.
Avenger plotting new course.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing.
Storm gun. The thing we've been waiting for. Alright, so wait a minute. Before we start another research...
I certainly admire the courage and tenacity displayed by our troops in the field. They face a well-armed, well-trained enemy, and yet they never waver in their loyalty to the cause.
Hello, Commander.
Alright, so let's see exactly what this costs. 30 Illyrium, right? No, 40 Illyrium crystals. So, we're actually not going to be able to afford that soon, so we can actually
it's
research...
slow going, but I've made headway interfacing our equipment with the alien technology still embedded throughout the ship. Most of the primary systems are now operating on some combination of our technology and theirs. My hope is to use the best of both worlds to come up with something new, something the aliens won't expect.
Greetings, Commander.
Alright, so we're gonna get started on the beam cannon.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
And hopefully I can get that gosh dang Advent turret soon. At some point in time. It'd be nice to get it before I get attacked by a UFO. So at least I have a fair chance to build the facility to aid me in that. Dr. Wu Jin Chang. I like that name. Dr. Wu Jin Chang. Let's head to the black market and see what kind of supplies that we can mop up with selling some of our corpses. We have plenty of them. So this month they're giving us extra money for Advent Stun Lancer corpses. We don't need these anymore, so we can just go ahead and chunk some of those. I'm not sure if we need Advent Trooper corpses anymore for the research, but I'm going to keep I guess, I don't know, like 15 just in case? I can't remember. It's a blur. We don't need as many faceless corpses. Advent mech wrecks, we definitely don't need these anymore. Uton corpses, don't need these. Not in mass. Advent shield bearer corpses, we can use that to make new armors, but honestly, we're probably not gonna make very much use of it. Blue screen ammo, stock. This stock, I highly doubt that we're gonna actually use it, but I'm gonna keep it in our inventory on the off chance that we need to take an odd number of classes on a certain mission due to injuries, and we can just throw this attachment on a character so they have something. So it's essentially kind of like paying that 10 supply that we would have gotten here to boost our performance slightly on one mission for a soldier.
I'm back.
And Berserker Corpses, we're not going to sell these because these are one-time use items. Even though it's unlikely that I'm going to use these because Berserkers, the bonus relies on the fact that you will take damage, and you would be better off using an item that would help you avoid having taken that damage in the first place. And you can only get 2 items. 3 if you're a Grenadier, but one of them has to be a grenade. So, cheers to that. So, we're gonna...
Look at the description, though, of that Berserker. Long after it's dead, the internal pumps genetically modified into it continue to pump painkillers and stimulants into its dead body.
Yeah, could you imagine that? Getting high even while you're dead. Could you imagine just the dance to your dead dog just dancing in their mind, and it's driving them insane? That's probably why Berserkers are always so pissed. No wonder why they're fucking mad all the time.
Setting course.
Alright, so I'm gonna
East
scan at
Africa.
HQ for a little bit, just to get a little bit of intel for these next 2 days. I wanted to build a radio relay, but I don't want to use a lot of time.
Welcome, Commander.
We're gonna check. So, we could buy Captain Sharpshooter right now with 220 supply, but I'm gonna actually save some of that.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope
Look at that
that
money
your
coming in.
ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Avatar and Project Major Breakthrough. We don't need to know any more information. That's our only guerrilla objective.
Welcome, Commander.
So, yeah, we've been offered another Captain Sharpshooter because it's our lowest population class. We are offered another Scientist. That's not worth it for the supply that we need to expend because we have some abilities in the Guerrilla Tactics facility that we might be needing to purchase. Stay with me.
That could have very well saved your squatty there, too, had you had that.
Yeah, well, we didn't have any supplies. We do
No,
now.
we did not need it for that.
Stay with me. Get it as early as possible when playing Iron Man, folks. So your squatties don't die when you accidentally forget.
Yep.
So we're gonna unstaff this and fully commit to excavation. Mind you, we, with all of the shit that we've needed to craft over time, with Illyrium cores, there would still be some poor bastard sitting in there, still constructing experimental ammo, and wouldn't even have all of the shit we have
Building
now.
ammo or grenades.
Or the exosuits for armor. As a matter of fact, when I don't have the suit up thing, I don't even bother taking the time to build armor at all. I just go straight to getting tracer ammo for my grenadiers. I don't bother with the suits, period.
Damn.
Because it's too much RNG involved and too much time invested.
Makes sense to me.
Avenger plotting new course.
Like, I could end up getting, like, 5 Venom ammos. So, no. No, thank you. It would not just say that Venom ammo is shit, but it's just that when you're relying on getting a specific thing, and you don't get it. Granted, I would still be, like, crafting the ammo, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to get, like, the extra suits to go with it, because it's gonna take too long. I'm gonna have powered armor by the time I'm done making all of the ammo types that I need, if I don't get extremely lucky.
Here's the problem with experimental ammo. You never gain the ability to make the specific ammo types that you're looking for, and after a while, she would actually know how to establish that technology directly, instead of just sort of randomly throwing shit together in there.
That's why it's experimental, Alister.
Firstly, that's why it's experimental. Secondly, I believe once you've had it crafted a set number of times, she should be able to just craft it, period, instead of you having to roll
I mean,
the
I've
dice
never
with it.
had a problem getting useful ammo.
No, because so many of the ammo types that you get are actually particularly useful for one scenario or another, and you almost always can push that into a variety of scenarios. There's no ammo that's particularly niche, except for maybe the blue screen and EMP ammunitions, and those aren't really niche.
The blue screen ammo is like in game
Those
fully
aren't
necessary.
really niche because of the sheer number of fucking robotic enemies that you run into, and because of how dangerous so many of them are in the late game.
All right, I was laughing and I forgot what I was doing.
You're welcome to laugh at that. Let
Hold
me
on.
finish my thought before you assume that I'm going to not give it enough credit.
Fucking end
The
game
closest-
ammo. If I could only
The
choose
closest
one
ammo
ammo,
to niche
though,
is probably Venom ammo, but Venom ammo isn't really niche either, because that can actually be useful on pretty much any organic enemy.
It's the simple fact that none of the experimental ammo is detrimental in any instance.
Exactly.
So it'll either not have an effect or it'll be positive. So there's no reason not to.
Yes, and if not having an effect is as bad as it gets, that's actually pretty damn good for having an ammo type in your gun. And the way these ammunition types work, they will almost always have an effect regardless.
Yep.
Like, tracer rounds are basically the most universal ammo there are, because that just buffs your aim. And that's always welcome. There's never a situation where that's not worth it to have.
Yeah.
In the case of armor-piercing ammo, that's still pretty universal, and you will still want to rely pretty heavily on that, because a lot of the enemies in the late game use a fair amount of armor, and having ammo that just penetrates it as opposed to needing somebody to shred it for you, as Troy has demonstrated on numerous occasions, basically eliminates the purpose of those enemies having that armor at all.
We're buying the Illyrium repeatedly with Intel, and Intel is very precious. So if you ever spend it at the black market, it needs to be one of the utmost important upgrades. And that would be doing something like getting a storm gun. And now our shotgunners can hit for well over 20 damage.
I've had a chance to take a closer look at some of the Advent weapons recovered from the field. The alloy used in their frames is significantly lighter, making them more suited to the human form. I'm guessing it's the same material we've seen them using all over the colonies, but they'd have to be producing it from something here on Earth. They seem to have an endless supply of this stuff.
Oh, she's talking about the Illyrium, wasn't she?
Yep.
Either they're producing it here on Earth, or they've got an extremely good supply chain somewhere else using a teleporter.
No.
Those are the only two conceivable possibilities, and honestly, being able to manufacture it here is far more likely.
Oh yeah, they're definitely manufacturing it here on Earth.
Oh, I'm positive they are myself, but
Maximum power consumption reached.
It's kind of sad because
I just think it's
upgrading
actually
the
worth
resistance
noting.
communications will have no effect.
Our
really.
research is progressing as expected, Commander.
We have no more buildings that we can really research other than psionics. I guess I might research that after powered armor. Maybe, if I feel like it. But
Psychic troopers were something I was going to discuss when we got to them, if we got to them.
The aliens have considerable resources at their disposal, but we've still managed to do reasonably well against them, despite our own limitations.
Reasonably? Don't sell us short again, Tygan. I will stab you.
Somebody's just walking around with a shiv. Where's Nah, look, I know you want to stab him, but you're gonna have to wait until this campaign is over. Then his ass is yours.
Okay, I will consent to this.
We get to XCOM 3 and we just have a new scientist now. What happened to Tygan?
What the fuck happened to Tygan?
He was sentenced to death by a firing squad.
Why did you have him killed? He underestimated my abilities.
He sold out for one of those damn juicy Advent burgers. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to retrain...
He sold out for a Viper hooker.
I'm going to retrain Paula so she can get a... So she can get Blade Master. So where's Paula? Paula Thomas. Wait, wait a minute.
What?
Volacol.
What?
I want to see if this speeds up. It probably doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Oh. But it's worth noting. Psychic troopers, ladies and gentlemen, they actually don't quote unquote rank up the way that normal soldiers do. They have to train in the psionics facility training center for anywhere between 3 to 5 days at a time, and that's on fucking easy difficulty. So it could be, 4 to 6 or 5 to 7.
It's twice as long on legendary, if not more, if not even.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's per power that they learn. Now that does rank them up, and their powers, it can be up in the air for you to get something that's incredibly valuable for you, depending on how late in the game you are when it happens. Because the powers that they can learn are a completely random bag of 3 powers. Now, inevitably, they can and will learn every power if you train them.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Oh, they don't?
No.
I thought they could.
They'll learn so many powers, but they have to choose between a few set powers, and it is possible for a psionic trooper to not have every power available.
Oh, okay. But that basically what that means is, since this is approaching late game, technology, armor, equipment, weaponry, that psychic trooper would be out of action for a long time in order to gain access to the abilities it would need to compete with the rest of them just as well.
I don't know why the hell it was equipping Terran with a plasma rifle. I'm using my lower ranked soldiers as my lower ranked squatty rangers as scouts. My higher ranks will be my blade masters that will lead the way. I'm considering...
My cat is very happy right now because she is laying by me and she is getting the attention that she thinks she deserves at all hours.
Hold on a second. Excuse me? Don't tell me it's doing this shit again. Alright. hold on. We have to go
Repairing
manually.
is very therapeutic.
Some characters, they won't unequip shit when you try to make them unequip it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, son of a fucking bitch.
Wow, it didn't take their mods off their mag weapons.
No, I did.
Why not?
No, I did. But
Oh,
yeah. I didn't like manually pick up the ranger squatty ranger that died. I thought like when we extracted, because it was like safe, it'd take him with us. But no, so the shotgun was effectively lost. Oh well.
oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't pick her body up, so you lost that high-tech shotgun.
I've got to hand it to the aliens. The invasion was one thing. Oh, their advanced technology. They had the drop on us for sure. But Advent, there's something we could never have prepared for, even with their gear. Between the propaganda, the handouts, and the seemingly endless supply of reinforcing peacekeepers, they're nothing but trouble for an upstart resistance movement.
Gotta hand it to a man who can respect his enemy.
Avenger plotting new course.
Gotta hand it to a man that doesn't underestimate his enemy.
That too. So you gonna go buy some equipment pieces for that gun?
If there was any.
There's a superior autoloader right there and a superior scope.
The autoloader isn't so important as the laser sight is, so we'll just...
They literally don't have the... Well, you got 2 slots. Do you want the scope at least?
Chilean controlled
Nope.
district.
Nada. Now we're just gonna start this mission before it
Expires.
timer. Yeah.
Very well.
So we gotta unequip the Talon rounds from this guy, give them to somebody else. We'll just use the extra armor-piercing rounds. Armor-piercing rounds can be just as good as Talon rounds, but not always.
You're really sad about that shotgun.
No, it's just kind of irritating. It's kind of like when you're just sitting, minding your own business, trying to eat some popcorn or something, and somebody just flicks something and just ding on the back of your head, and it's just like, motherfucker. It's not worth getting up over, but it is definitely irritating.
Here I am having a gay old time, and you gotta be that guy.
I'm wondering if we should even be equipping the medkit in the first place. We'll keep it just in case somebody gets caught on fire or poisoned by snakes. Because both of these soldiers are equipped with medical protocols.
Yep.
Is my combat specialist? Yeah, she's a major. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. As long as we can get multiple major specialists, at least 3, then we're good. That's the goal. Anything else we're missing? Well, attachment and a piece of our soul. Rest in peace, soul.
That is definitely bothering you a lot more than a minor inconvenience.
It's one of those things that's irritating you, because now my critical hit chances aren't over 100% anymore. It is for the primary ranger that I'm going to be using
One of our
for
contacts
killing
in the
shit.
Resistance tipped us to an Advent transport they managed to disable when it passed through as part of a larger convoy. Advent security forces are already moving to gather their assets. We've got a shot at finding something valuable here. We'll have to secure the area, recover the gear, and eliminate any enemy resistance.
Central is so well voiced in this game.
Yeah.
He was pretty well voiced in the other game.
Menace 1-5. The disabled Advent convoy is just ahead. Engage and eliminate all hostile forces.
He was pretty well voiced in the other game, don't get me wrong, but I think his actor here is actually doing a better job.
Probably because he sounds older, right?
Orders confirmed on the move.
Yeah, he actually sounds a lot more like an older, grizzled veteran that's been through a lot. Central in the first game sounded very green, like he wasn't really very experienced in
That's
this.
racist.
And
Got it. Moving.
And to be fair, if you actually look up Central's original bio, he actually was not much of a military man at all. He actually was just an intercoms officer who handled computer tech and computer transfers. But in XCOM Enemy Unknown and Within, when your base gets attacked, he steps up pretty hardcore and grabs a pistol, knocks somebody around who was psionically controlled, and tries to interrogate them for information, then proceeds, when he realizes the danger of what's happening to the base itself, to very quickly begin organizing communications and resistance when everybody else just has no fucking clue what they're doing.
Whoa, I saw something. I saw that red HP bar.
And from there, he really does prove that he knows what he's doing.
Oh, shit.
That's a medic.
Don't walk it. Aw, son of a fucking...
God damn
They
it!
spotted us. Got eyes on Advent troops.
You've been decrepinated.
Yeah, and there's a
At least we know where they are.
There's another fucking pod right back there.
Yeah, I know. So if I move closer, it's gonna get...
Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it.
I wish I could move, like, forward and kill them, but... I can't.
The hilarity about Tigan and Shen's daughter as characters is that they actually behave very similarly to Dr. Valen and the older Shen. Oh my god!
This is why I like scanning protocol, Alister.
Yeah, this is why you get this power
So
for
we
anyone
got
wondering.
a advanced officer and a normal trooper pod over there. We got a codex and the Archon. We already saw the
That's an
Archon
Archon.
up there, but now we know that he's with an Advent shield bearer. The odds of hacking him are like really low.
They're not great. I mean, you've got a 69% chance, I think, to shut him down.
I'm just gonna shoot him in the face.
That's also acceptable. Just be like that guy, Face McShooty. Shoot me in the face! Shoot me in the face!
Face shot, want it, need it, gotta have it, boom, brains
I hope
everywhere.
it's worth it.
Setting up plenty of perfect opportunities.
For anybody wondering, that's an actual side quest you can get in the, what was it called? In Borderlands 2. There's this crazy-ass psycho called Face McShooty. And he literally has a side quest where he orders you to shoot him in the face. And he spends it like you can wait out almost 3 to 5 minutes of dialogue of him basically trying to creatively tell you how you need to be shooting him in the face. And then when you finally do, even if you blow him off a cliff, the guy will be like, "Thank you!"
And then when
Because you
you
shot him
go
in
to
the
turn
face.
in the quest and complete it, it says you shot him in the face as a description for the quest.
Yes, it does. It is one of the funniest quests in the whole game. I
That is
actually
why
did
I
that
had
quest.
to move my ranger away.
Menace 1-5. Watch those supply crates. If you destroy them, there won't be anything left for us to recover once the area is secure.
Central,
Brad, I know
shut
what I'm doing.
up. We didn't even blow up any supply crates that time.
Yeah, we did. We blew up the ones that were inside of the truck.
Oh. Well, I'm going to prioritize the survival of our men before I prioritize supplies. I don't know about you.
Tough choice in my book. Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
Initially made protocol. Excuse me.
Target disabled.
Target disabled.
I don't want to move much closer, so I'm just gonna...
I would look for shots that you could take without moving forward, yeah.
I'm gonna move about right here.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, we did not trigger another pod, that's good.
I know. I could use a grenade too, but I have another character ready to use another weapon. And I know that there's gonna be another pod that's gonna patrol, because where that current pod, Archon and that other guy is sitting, nah, he's not gonna stay there for long.
Overwatch.
Okay, so now we can actually see the enemies patrolling. Oh, the Archon didn't move. Okay.
Funny.
Well, that's good for me. I'm just gonna blow his ass up then. I don't like Archons.
Nobody likes Archons. Yeah.
This one's for you.
Hopefully it blows up that car under. Oh,
It did. I told you.
Well, when I was saying hopefully it blows his car up underneath him, I was more like meaning that hopefully like it damages them because they were on an upper floor.
Well, the other one fell down, and then when the car blew up, took the damage at the same time as well as the fall damage.
What's over there? Got some admin here.
With our soldiers grouped up, hopefully he'll try to use blazing pinions, and since he's gonna move forward with this free move, yes, that'll give us the opportunity to attack.
Take your shots. Let's hope they run well.
Ladies and gentlemen, why I hate Archons.
Yeah, that dodge, man. It's annoying as fuck.
Roger that.
On top of having 25 defense all goddamn time. Superior scopes. We have an advantage right now.
We really do, actually. He's almost dead. If one more hit connects solidly, he should go down.
Let's do that with a shotgun.
All right, I'll go.
That has the best
I'm
chance.
hoping he'll try and use blazing pinions. And
God damn it.
Come on.
I mean, I guess we were due a miss at this point, but still, god damn it. There he goes.
Well, how about that?
how about that?
Moving to Overwatch.
Oh my god. Okay. You've leveled another 2 houses.
I didn't do anything.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
Alister,
There's...
when have I ever lied to you?
2 codexes and an archon?
Careful pod activation, ladies and gentlemen.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Oh, God. If it was me, I'd probably just reload and overwatch the whole squad and wait for him to walk into me.
You see what I meant, Alister, about how it's easy to just,
Go
like, keep reloading and not just accept the failures?
No. I was talking about reloading my guns. I meant refilling my soldiers' magazines, Troy.
If you say so.
Did you not get that when I said reload and then make everybody overwatch?
Yeah,
Until
no,
they
I
walk
thought
in?
you meant, like, reload to study their
No. That's not worth reloading for. You haven't even triggered them yet. Why would you reload for that?
Another pod. So it's an officer. That's 3 pods.
Jesus Christ, that is disgusting. One of the pods isn't moving. You could probably get a rocket on them, but...
Sometimes they activate if I rocket them.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna just
That
put
about
this
speaking?
right here so I can get, like, really full and clear vision on everything that's over there.
They don't even fucking notice that thing, you know, flashing and shining and shit.
Well, it doesn't actually flash and shine when it's thrown for real.
Whatever you say.
What the fuck?
Oh, God! What the hell? What is that? 2 mutons?
No.
3 mutons? 3 mutons and an archon? Come on! What the fuck?
And if we moved in any direction, it would be so easy for us to just get fucking bushwhacked by all of these enemies as a result.
Oh, holy, unholy Christ. That is so goddamn annoying.
This is why, you know, they don't really increase the number of enemies between difficult and very difficult very much, but they split the pods up like this so it's possible to, like, get a very unfavorable activation of enemy pods. And
yeah.
when that happens, the effects of it are catastrophic.
Very easy to see as far as, like, how catastrophically fucked you can be just from one bad activation. And it's entirely plausible, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, that those enemies could continue to walk into us, and then we would have to fight a battle on 2 fronts that you really can't afford to fight with how durable and powerful a lot of these troops are right now. And he's about as well protected and technologically advanced as you can get right now.
That's fine, though. I basically need to just take a bunch of non-cover shots again.
I mean, if it fucking works.
Can I shoot from cover? No, I can't even reach them from cover here. There's literally no cover, because it's been all blasted to shit from earlier. So I guess you could say that's my own fault right there for that. Kind of. So that tile right there, I'd be seen if I moved there. So I'm really constrained. I'm glad I brought the fucking Mimic Beacon. I'm really constricted as to where I can move. Well, that spells something bad, almost. I need to make sure I kill at least 2 mutons.
What's over there?
Ah. Well,
Not good. Running dry.
unless I get a super high damage critical hit grenade,
I'm trusting you here.
then this is the end right here for a lot of soldiers.
Boom!
Nope, that's it.
That sounds like
To
yeah,
show
that
you
sounds
guys, I mean, like, I'm gonna throw this mimic beacon just to show you. Like, it's gonna stop maybe 2 attacks, but after that, like, they're just gonna grenade the shit out of us. And we can't move. Like, there's nowhere we can move to cover. Otherwise, we trigger another big-ass group of enemies.
yeah, and they will die.
So that's 9 damage, and then there's one more attack the next muton is gonna do. And then the other 2, they just throw grenades at us. So, 2 of our soldiers are gonna take from 8 to 10 damage.
I'm gonna need support here!
And that was a flank that the enemy automatically had. And then here's the grenade on my troops. Since I, like, have nowhere for cover, and he's gonna blow up the gas station that's right behind me. And as you can see, like, it's just when the pods are crunched like this, you're fucked. Well, you're not fucked, but you need them to walk into you. And if they're really crunched up and they don't move around much, once again, an equally bad situation. And you topple it on top of the fact that they're in a position that you just had the grenade a moment ago. Now there's no cover. You basically have to, I don't know. If you retreat in Overwatch, it's possible for the enemy to move just barely within visual range and then just grenade you. So I'm just going to leave that unit there. And now I'll just use this Overwatch and see if...
Moving to Overwatch.
Roger that.
Digging in. Overwatch.
Like, yeah, that pod that's way in the back, they're not going to move, like, away from us. Or, I'm sorry, towards us.
Moving on target location. Understood, moving out.
Move this guy back. So if we move here, we can trigger the Advent Officer.
Scanning.
I'm just gonna continue waiting though, because there's really not much that we can go for in this situation that's gonna be a favorable fight for us. But yeah, that does suck. I kinda hate the pod system. XCOM Chimera Squad really solves the problem with the pod system. I don't think that giving enemies like free moves and attacks and shit during your turn is really a good idea. And I said free attacks because the Overwatch from the heavy magazine. There's that. That was a pathetic accuracy attack. That was 10% shot.
Well, how about that?
So I guess we got our Overwatch shots off, but it's very well possible the other enemy might control. It's gonna suck if it does.
Target's still up.
Come on, focus.
Hopefully it doesn't.
It did.
No, they didn't get activated.
Oh yeah, they're not triggered yet.
I need to see where that other pod of Archon and Codex. Okay, they're still in the same spot. That's nice to know. But still, I hate the pod system in XCOM. It decides whether you live or die. More than any other game mechanic. And it has so many nice layers of mechanics mixed into there. It's such a great game, but
I'm ready.
the pod system, you can, well, you guys, if you guys have been watching the playthrough, you've watched it thus far, how much you need to, like, creep for movement and whatnot, and I think in the last session of the other 3 episodes we uploaded, you guys got to see a really good sample of what I was talking about with, you know, if you stick it out with certain pod engagements, there's that, but in this situation, all we could just do is move forward and take shots, because the enemy HP is so high now.
And he triggered the Advent Trooper and Officer. You didn't really have a choice.
I mean, I need to move forward and kill these 2 mutons, so. I don't have too many other options. Stop.
I guess that'll be okay.
Alright, so this will kill 1 muton, and it'll weaken the other enough for a good hit with the plasma rifle to kill it. Alright, please die. There's a pretty low chance I'll kill him, though. Oh, he died.
Hostile neutralized.
Oh, wait a minute. This was the guy with the mimic beacon, wasn't it? Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, so for a second there, I was like, wait a minute.
For a second there, you thought you fucked yourself.
Yeah, we have to stick so close together that we're to constrict our vision and make sure that we don't trigger pods of enemies. But in that same instance, like, how are we supposed to be able to spread out and be not vulnerable to?
There you go.
I don't know. It doesn't make
Out of
sense.
rounds.
I mean, it makes sense, but I would like for that to change, and they addressed that in the new game,
You can't
which
handle
I'm
me.
very happy about.
I'm busted. Good to go.
Alright, so I can't even throw this mimic beacon too far away, but I need to make sure it's within the alien's line of sight, so he's gonna go and melee it. But I can't throw it too far, otherwise the mimic beacon is gonna trigger another pod. Alright, there you go.
Need to
Hit
find
the
some
beacon.
new cover.
Good. Good, Archon. Now, everybody, shoot the fuck out of him. Also, what the hell is up with this?
Finally.
What? He just walked straight through a solid truck.
What's going on?
He just moved. I just said it. He just walked straight through a solid truck.
That magic, man.
What's over there?
That magic of video game glitches and errors.
So should I take a double shot or should I? I'm just gonna take an aimed shot because I just want to get the highest accuracy shot as possible. I just want to hurt him as much as I can.
By the way, the last of the alien rulers that you have to fight is one of those guys.
The Archons? Well, the
The
Viper
alien
King isn't
rulers.
really much different Because he has dodge.
That's true.
Good to go.
He doesn't have very good dodge, though. At least on a moderate difficulty.
I hope it's worth it.
I hope it's worth it too.
No
We're
kidding.
gonna get a hit with this guy. Enemy HP is getting really high, so I actually want to get a Colonel Ranger. So how is this not a shot? What the fuck?
I could not tell you.
Wait, we can melee him right here, but we can't shoot him?
I don't know. I don't pretend to understand the logic of this game.
Whatever, just fucking...
He's fucking dead anyway. Why does it matter?
Big deal. Something
Still,
over here.
the melee attack was 99% instead of 100. Kinda irritating.
Illyrian core.
He had a chance to dodge that shit. Jesus, man. The fucking... The movement, man. And the penalties for moving an inch in the wrong direction
No problem,
is
boss.
like the enemies. Like, let's say I accidentally move one tile over here. That means the enemies get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actions because I moved one time. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm on it.
And then on top of that,
Yeah,
they also automatically move to the most advantageous position. And then on their turn, they get another movement. It's actually gotten to the point where I remember one time, this one alien trooper got like 7 actions in one turn. So what he did was, it went to the alien's turn, or no, it was on my turn. I think I shot him, made him panic or something, and then he ran off screen and then fired at one of his own alien troops. It was like an Archon, an advanced trooper. This was on one of my own personal runs. So that's one action to move, and then another action to fire. And, or no, he wasn't panicked. I think he just retreated to just shoot at a civilian. I don't know. Maybe it was because, like, the Archon that was nearby played a dodge animation, but he didn't get hit. I think he shot a civilian. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. But anyways, this trooper, he runs back, fires at a civilian, and because he gets conjoined to an enemy pod, that enemy pod, it passes to their turn to move around. And because a pod gets an entire action for everybody to move all together, this is a third action that he gets. And then that pod has patrolled into us. This is on a retaliation mission, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. But after that pod patrols back towards us, because he got joined into that pod, he gets another free action. So this is 4 actions this alien trooper has taken in one turn. And, you know, he gets a free move to move back towards us. So he gets a sprint, an attack, and then gets to move with the pod, and then gets the free move because they've spotted us. And that's just...
I'm trusting you here.
That's absolute madness, how many fucking actions. And yes, I exaggerated a little bit, like 7 actions, but that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and note this right now. The maximum amount of freedom the player gets in terms of actions is after you lose concealment, enemies walk into your fucking combat radius and then get shot at. That's your free fucking actions, is free Overwatch shots. Whereas sometimes these motherfuckers, particularly the alien rulers in that DLC, can get a ridiculous number of free actions. And in the case of enemies like the alien rulers, they'll get those actions on your turn. Plus an extra action during the alien activity phase.
2 actions.
And keep in mind, these enemies have like triple the health of their base counterparts at least. More so on harder difficulties. They have advanced weaponry that can deal a stupid amount of damage. They have special tricks in most cases that allow them to disable or disorient half of your team in one go, clustered or not. Or they just straight up one-shot your peeps.
I've never understood why these codexes seem to have this big-ass cape over them when you target them with a grenade.
I don't either.
What is that?
They're a really weirdly designed enemy, you know?
Ah, well, I'm just gonna use a rocket. It's as much damage as we can get on them. She's gonna divide. I don't have a plasma grenade, but you know what? Maybe her HP will be too low for her to actually divide effectively.
That actually may very well just turn out in your favor right there.
Alright, so that one cloned a second time, but it didn't work because her HP...
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. That clone just teleported.
It was a clone. You could have shot above her head.
Oh, she just didn't have enough health to actually get away with that. I see.
Yeah. So all it did was just kill the original one and just create a new one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What?
She should not have been able
the
to
numbers of
twice.
actions, or
yeah, but see right there, that enemy got a free action on your turn twice because she took damage on your turn twice. That's really, to most, if not anybody that exists, that's not fair to the player and kind of defeats the point of you having a turn system to begin with.
well, you'll be happier playing in the XCOM type of one. Hopefully that's a stun.
She can clone with an EMP grenade going off in her face.
There's a small chance.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound right to me at all.
There's the thing is, like, if you get a successful stun, then no clone.
Here's the way I see it.
I guess
That everything that thing does, except for its brain powers, is built upon the fact that it is a technological entity. If you are built upon that premise, then when an EMP does damage to you, every one of your systems should shut down for one turn except your psionic dependencies. And
It's a
possibly
chance.
certain critical systems.
It's a chance.
That means that your cloning program wouldn't work.
Alister, calm down. Calm down.
No, I'm not pissed. I'm just explaining why that should not happen.
There's a chance.
Your
that
cloning program shouldn't mean anything at that instance.
There's a chance that it will shut down.
Yes, but that chance is stun dependent. Realistically speaking, if you threw an EMP grenade at something like that, if it hurt it, it's not doing that at all, period.
These are aliens, Alistair. Realism is already off the table.
That's not necessarily true. You've already stated that aliens are real.
Yes. But that doesn't
So
mean
how
that XCOM aliens are real.
No, but you would think they would want to behave by some sort of logic, and there's no logic to it being able to do that unless it's immune to EMPs. And you just prove that she isn't.
You're not the advanced alien race here.
Did you see that one?
Are we really going to do that shit again?
Yes, we're doing this.
Moving to Overwatch. Let's do this.
I love what this is devolved into, but seriously, that should not have worked.
That shouldn't have either, but
Hell yeah.
that was a max damage
How many
crit.
is that now?
Yeah, actually, that's true. Holy shit. Please use blazing pinions. Please don't be that guy. No, he's gonna move.
He might not even get the chance to be that guy to get on.
We've already got one miss. Guardian triggered again, though.
No, that wasn't Guardian. Guardian only triggers on a hit. It was a stack.
Oh, what was that? Was that his threat assessment then?
Yes.
Oh, come on! God damn it!
Everybody's fucking missing.
What
Are
the
you gonna
fuck?
shoot at us and miss too?
Cover my flank!
This whole situation! Look at this shit!
Oh no! He disabled our own
God.
partner's weapon, and it's gonna blow him up on their turn.
Oh no!
And what's even worse is he's right next to an explosive fuel tank, so...
Will that instantly kill him?
The psionic bomb? Yes.
The bomb is gonna kill the Archon?
Probably not by itself, but...
Because if that's the case, shouldn't you just bolt everybody away from him now and not worry about it?
I'm just gonna bolt everybody away and blow up the thing
Move already.
and try to get the kill. Because true EXP.
Everything is going wrong for, like, everybody right now. The RNG seed is like, no. Fuck you, fuck the aliens, fuck all of you motherfuckers. Everybody's gonna have something go horribly wrong.
That reminds me of this other time when I was playing through the first mission repeatedly, and one of my soldiers died, and I was just like, fuck it. I kept trying to restart the first mission over and over, because it was really fucking difficult. Oh, fun fact for you guys. With the Rangers, you could run and gun as an extra action. So you could, let's say if I didn't have a free reload, I could use run and gun like this, and then reload, and still take a shot.
And then he would be allowed to fire.
Yeah, because it's an extra action.
Yep. Well, so much for getting most of the supplies around here.
I mean, I blew that up a little bit.
Hey, Central didn't bitch that time. I'm surprised.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, here, I get to illustrate that to this ranger as well.
And this conclusively proves what you just demonstrated, by the way.
Yeah, the other guy had an auto loader, so I couldn't, like...
Yes.
Ready to go.
Alright, let's see if we can get the kill to Javier. Good
He
job,
dodged
Javier.
but did not survive.
Who's keeping score?
Hey, the explosion didn't hit the actual,
down and the area is secure.
the supplies.
Confirmed.
Look,
Mission accomplished.
the big crate
Wow.
is still there.
Yeah, it hasn't had a chance to burn down.
It didn't even get blown up.
Look at all that fire, though. Jesus Christ.
Somebody get an extinguisher. Did anybody bring one of their gadgets? Commander didn't give us any.
95% accuracy. That's definitely not true.
No, it's not. Not at all.
Just consistently proves that this game does not account for Overwatch shots. I guess it doesn't account for those because until you get that upgrade for specialists, literally everyone actually has a nasty penalty to take when they do that shit.
No, it just doesn't count it because it's happening on the enemy's turn. It counts the Overwatch shots that happen on your turn.
How does that factor into whether or not they're your shots?
Because the game only thinks about the
Good
ones
work out
on
there,
your
Commander.
turn. Okay.
The aliens must be getting nervous by now.
Okay, I guess I can accept
Wow!
that.
Hey,
What
this dude has an
ability?
ability that Mary White had on another one of my runs. He's Benjamin White's wife. We've discovered our first...
So what is a hit? What is a hidden ability trigger?
That's the Advanced Warfare Center triggering for the first time in our entire run.
Ah. It gave him death from above.
Which is a sniper ability.
Yeah, that can be useful for Rangers, but they actually don't benefit from that too much.
What the fuck do you mean? You can kill an entire map of enemies with one Ranger by himself.